I waited my whole life to retire, and then this happened. Hi you guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a lot of the things that people just don't talk about in retirement. At least I haven't. Everything has always been great, hunky-dory, happy. But now I'm going to talk about the part that we're not prepared for, and that's the emotional part. And I know I hadn't experienced it yet, but I think I'm going through it right now, where I feel lost at times. I feel lonely, depressed, and it's a lot of emotions that go on when you realize that was it. I worked all those years and now this is what I get. And you know, you've heard it from people. Oh, just wait until you retire. You'll finally be free. You'll have all the time in the world. Yeah, all of those are true. But sometimes it's not the happy place that you want it to be. Because a lot of times no one tells you about the quiet part. Where it's so quiet, it's deafening. I mean, there's times when that's what you want. You're looking for that quiet time. But then there's times when it's like, oh my God, this is too quiet. And I've been going through so many different emotions lately. And I'm just trying to figure out what is it. And I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. There's so many things that we can do to fix our loneliness, stagnation, or whatever you want to call it. We can go volunteer. But that doesn't make me want to get out of the house. It's like for 30 or 40, 50 years, we had direction, we had schedule, we had something that got us going. And then one day, all the chaos that we've lived through, it just stops. It stops. Now, we wake up, we don't have a schedule. We don't know what to do. We just sit and wonder, what are we going to do today? If you're like me, your phone doesn't ring. I usually play games on my phone. My phone does not ring. Sometimes you don't even get dressed. You just stay in your pajamas all day because you're not going anywhere. What's the point of getting dressed? And like I said, it once felt like a vacation, but now it feels like you're missing out on something. Now I want you guys to watch this video to the end because it may sound like a sad sack story, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I want you guys to like this video, hype this video up, comment, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You start to feel lost. You look around and you think, what am I supposed to do now? Some days you stay in bed longer than you should. You watch TV when it's really watching you. It's actually just the noise in the room. You're not even watching what's on television. You're just listening. To have something in your home to make noise. Loneliness in retirement is real. And people try and cover it up and act like it doesn't exist, but it does. I mean, I did that for a while, but I wasn't lonely. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I guess it was too many days and just me. Your coworkers disappeared the moment you stopped working. If you have children, they've gone on to live their life and have their family. They have schedules that don't include you. Friends you used to talk with or meet up with, you don't do that anymore. The world just starts feeling like a really tiny, small place because the world becomes your home. That's what happens. And there are so many things that you can do to snap out of this. And I know it. I just haven't found those things that interests me to do. Volunteer, go find a part-time job, all of those things. But when your body is saying, I don't want to move, I'm in pain, that changes a lot for some people. You have to find ways to keep yourself occupied. Another untalked about truth in retirement is depression. Depression is real in retirement. People don't talk about depression in retirement because nobody wants to think about that. Depression exists in retirement. A lot of times it happens because you feel isolated, because you've isolated yourself. You've built a wall around yourself that you didn't even realize was there. And you might wonder, do I matter? Do I matter to anyone? And you do. You matter to yourself. You think, is this what the rest of my life is going to look like? The answer is no. You spent your life giving, going, sharing, and caring. You showed up when nobody else did. And now it feels like the world has just quietly moved on without you. I know that feeling. I really do. That feeling of being lost is real. Nobody needs you anymore. I understand that. But I'm going to give you something that's important to remember, because I don't want you to feel like just because this is something other people go through, you have to stay in it. That life that you had before you retired, it took years to adjust to that, right? So now that you're in retirement, it's going to take you a while to adjust to not working. It's going to take you a while to adjust to not going to a job, to not being around a lot of people, to not having that title, that schedule. Now you have to rediscover the new you that does not have a job, that's no longer working. You retired. You've done your time, and now it's time for you to enjoy the fruit of your labor. But just remember, because you're feeling lost, depressed, or lonely, you're not alone. And it's not going to last. A lot of people feel this way and they don't want to admit it. I'm going to admit it. Sometimes I feel lonely. I feel lost. I feel depressed. And it's just a part of being human, I guess. Being retired. Being alone. And what gets me through this is knowing that my new life is being created as I go through this process. This is not going to be the end of my life going through this. It's just a way of me acknowledging what I'm going through. And my new life is coming to be fulfilled. But I want you guys to share your experiences with retirement, the feelings of loneliness, depression, or just feeling lost. And maybe somebody else can read your story or read your comment and understand that they are not alone in the feelings that they are having. And that's what I want to bring to this channel is it's not always a happy place to be in retirement. Sometimes it's not. And I've finally gotten to that point where everything's not so great and everything's not so happy. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, if it's something that resonates with you, go ahead, like it, hype it up, share the video if you think it might help somebody else who may be in this lost phase of their life in retirement. And if you haven't been to this channel before, go ahead and subscribe and check out the rest of the videos I have. But I want you guys to keep smiling, keep growing, keep laughing, and keep learning. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.